Hello. Let me hope everyone is okay and everyone is doing well. My voice might be poor. Yes, Jack Slayer. How are you, my brother? Let's like the live, Jack. As well as utilizing the comment section such that it can be of a better use to us. Jack Slayer can submit the sound wangali, okay? Try to give me your feedback. Let me hope my sound is okay, my brother. Okay. Actually, it's gonna be a broad topic today. We are going to learn a lot. Okay. It's gonna be a very broad and wide topic. So I think let me share the link. Let me first share the link. As we proceed, let me share the link. We proceed, Papa. Let me share the link to these guys. We proceed. Numbers, let's like to liking a live stream to liking and lastly to college. After liking it, let's share it. Okay, let's share it. Let's share live stream. Let's share the live stream and your opinions in the comment section. Are we in buys or we in sells? As I'm still sharing the link to our lads, all to our brothers who are on other platforms. Thank you. I'm seeing your impact. Let me up my sound is okay. Kansubira sound wangalikiriya bulungi. Let me increase here. It's gonna be a very broad topic today. So just keep calm. We are going to learn a lot. We are going to explore a lot. Because today I want us to know the real reasons why we are going to press our either buys or sells tomorrow. Why we are going to either place our buys or sells tomorrow in the Forex markets. Let me know your opinions. Is my sound okay? Please let me know. Let me know. Let me use the computer WhatsApp because the phone WhatsApp isn't booting fast. Forward. We are proceeding. Please. We are Seeding. Okay. I think our brothers have already come, and I think we were waiting for you. But will NFP results be released tomorrow? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. The Ninjita questions. Those are the questions I'm waiting for, because binene bintu bisitemiira ddala ku historical data, and today we need to look at some of the historical data as all the history. Yes, my network is not stable. Sorry, Papa. Sorry, Papa. Some of the networks and some of the core issues and important notes we need to take today as to why NFP is not going to be released tomorrow. So, actually, the issue really stems on what we call historical what? Historical behaviors. Historical behaviors. And this shutdown has caused a lot of havoc in the forex markets. And since first we got work, actually a shutdown was announced, the government shutdown on the US economy was announced. It was on the first. Okay. It was on the first, but don't expect that, don't think that it has just started happening, because it has been happening since 1970 what? Since 1976. Okay? Since 1976. But the main issue is too political. Because remember, there is what we call Congress. And these Congress guys are the ones in charge of funds. Okay? Are the one in charge of funds. So if the ruling government and the Congress don't comply, there will be a lot of, like, they won't be complying together. So the Congress might decide to cut off funds to fund the government. And remember, I made a post today in our group, in our WhatsApp group, and I told you that since this guy for Fed is a Congress guy, that's what is always boosting his morale, such that he disobeys Trump, this Jerome. Okay? Because why? Why does he overfeel that he's the real boss? The thing is, one, because they're the ones they're the ones in charge of funds. If Trump misbehaves, they cut on fundings. You understand? They do what? They cut on fundings. And remember, Trump has been over pushing the other agenda of laying off workers. Laying off workers. And he has not been complying with these Congress guys' requests. Oba abadde tatambulira nnyo ku nnatti zaabwe. You understand? Now, someone might ask, what will happen? Of course, markets will experience serious volatility spikes. But remember, we haven't seen yet what we're waiting for. Let's first see. Let's first switch to our economic calendar. Economic calendar. This is investing.com. This is investing.com. Now, see this headline: S&P struggles for the election after hitting record high as shutdown continues. Now, the main and real battle and the real deal is within this S&P 500 thing, all these stocks. Oyinza okuba nga obadde nga trader naye nga tomanyi even what S&P means, 500. So I'm going to explain. Just make sure you have a stable internet connection. And the Bureau of Statistics, it hasn't yet already released the report. Nasembiyo birabako emisana It's the time I last checked on that report, but it wasn't there. And still, up to now, the data they are providing is too insufficient for market makers to decide where the market is going. So the real deal is still lying under these guys, these Fed guys, because they are the ones with the higher hand or the upper hand on how the economy is going to move. But remember, things have already started backfiring. Let's first look at tomorrow. Today was a Thursday. I'm looking at tomorrow. Tomorrow is a Friday. Let's see. Put in your request in the comment section. Muteke requests zamwe mu comment section in case of anything, as we are continuing to explore more things, all more other fields within today's lecture, or today's cohort. ISM manufacturing PMI. Where is Friday? Yeah, Friday 3rd. The US dollar. They haven't. And mind you, on Monday, when I was doing my analysis, actually it was a Sunday, you saw that already these things were already casted online. This forecast was already there. Understand? The forecast was already there, but I'm not seeing anything so far. I'm not seeing anything so far. Now, let's try some other third parties. We first look at the COT, commitment of traders. Oscar, how are you? I want the commitment of traders. We first look at this side, then we proceed. Commitment of traders. Now, if you have enough time, I think this should be your exercise for tonight. You're going to go at this site and you read something. During the shutdown of the Federal Reserve, or the federal government, commitments of traders will not be published. Are we together? When the federal government operations revert to normal, we resume publication of the commitment of traders in the chronological order. I'm looking at Forex Factory. Twagala tukakane. Buli wamu tubeere ntitulabyewo. We see what's next. Okay? We see what will happen next. Now, this is today. Tomorrow, bank holiday. US unemployment rate at what time? Tentative. It's still under prediction. That's why they're saying tentative. Mukitegera bulungi. Now, the average hourly earnings, remember, if they're telling us that the average hourly earnings, the previous and forecast remain the same, and non-farm employment change, this isn't a very strong indicator to the economy. Are we together? This isn't a very strong indicator to the economy, because it's the economy to pay. Unemployment rate, they're saying it's balanced, which means it's flat. Now, I'm telling you that this was an insider thing, that these guys knew Because remember, when the economy is on a standstill, and according to what I'm seeing here and some of the historical events, it shows that now these guys decided to put their economy on a standstill. But what does it imply? It means it's gonna give gold robustness. Gold will go higher. And that's why you saw that this week, gold has been breaking all-time records. You understand? Gold has been breaking all-time records. But again, it won't favor Bitcoin. You know, they're favoring a Bitcoin because Bitcoin, since Bitcoin is the digital gold, again, they won't overtrust Bitcoin because it's also digital. It's not tangible. Understand? Takwatibwako. Kati ba investors abasinga bagala ekintu kye balabako nga kikola ki? Kikwatibwako. Now, what is S&P 500? Standard and Poor's 500. This is a report. All these are stock market index. And your stock market index, a tracking companies ebitan the major 500 big companies in the US economy. You understand? And this S&P 500, let me go back here. Meaning this one. This S&P 500 is the health indicator for the US economy. You understand? It's the health indicator for the US economy. And if larger companies like Microsoft, Nvidia, and Apple are having a very great influence on these stock indexes, and the government is on a standstill, which means this might cause inflation. Oppositely, it might cause inflation. Why? People are laid off. Money is not circulating out of the economy. You understand? Now, if the economy is on a standstill, how will this engage the economic trends, all the market trends? Of course, it's flat. Waneno ba investor bagenda kuba tebalina kye balaga nti kati right now Ugandan economy ekola bulungi. Olw'ensonga nti index oba stock index ze balabirako already zili flat, economy etandise ozi affectinga. Waneno wetugamba tuli ku economic standstill, tuli kwogeranga ku gundi fields nga defense, health and tourism. Manufacturing industry, because if the central bank is not funded, which means even interest rates will heighten, and if they heighten, automatically nabasomesa kweyo curve that all chain. You understand? Nayenga this time around, it was Trump's threats to lay off federal officers. Reduction in the army. Now this categorized hate gye bamulinako oba 8 Congress gyerina ku White House. Ne bagamba, do you know what, dude? Katukusaleko obuyambi okakase. According to reports, New York yokka, federal workers emitwalo 10 they're already laid off. What does it imply? Unemployment rate, it will surge. You understand? Conscientiously, they're expecting something like 50. Now let's go back to Forex Factory. 50 to 52K jobs added. But remember, tetunabafuna report eva mu Central Bureau of Statistics. Obareba statistics. Chineno chigenda forcing about investors, one, to go and trade gold, and echirala amasoga magateke nyoku CHF ne JPY. Because remember, an alternative to the US dollar is the JPY, that Japanese economy, because it has a strong technological boost. Those Japanese have a lot of technology, and investors over like Japan because of their innovative ideas. You understand? Why? They won't allow their economy to overdevalue in that way. And right now, if we are to look at the JPY or like JPY, JXY, let's look at their index. We are analyzing as we compare. You can see which time frame is this. Let me switch to a 1 hour time. If you to look at these trends, this is a 1 hour. If you look at these trends, you can see that this Japanese economy has been gaining since this was Thursday. Understand? Thursday, 26th September. It has been gaining. Let's look at XAUUSD, XAU, gold index. It has just been breaking all-time highs. But again, BTC. This is BTC. You can see it has been following its mother funder, because gold mwenyini walinya, even Bitcoin agenda goberera, because Bitcoin are reflecting new price movements za gold. Understand? Now, we don't know how long it's going to take these disputes to be settled, such that the economic activities within the USA are revived. But just know the DXY will loosen. Now, this is the DXY. It has been fighting hard to stone top, but I don't think that it will withstand. You understand? But remember, not always problems are problems. Some problems are opportunities to the visionaries. Just know there are people who are still investing their money steadily within the US economy. And that's why we say the economic curve might be flat. No loss, no gain. But if there is a loss, of course there won't be a gain. But if there is a loss, it won't be high. It won't be high. Now, kambaweko historical events oba ebyaliwoko ebitonotono nga shutdowns zino zi happenings, like I think tuligenda gejingira ku kye tuyita S&P 500, that stock index, because it's the major indicator right now gye tulina. You're not going to use your simanyi babita batya, where, sorry, oscillator, simanyi lion, simanyi yasamie, those indicators, if you don't know because papa, this time around is too technical and it's for the Guineas. So it's up to you to either understand this or leave it on your phone or on your laptop. Understand? Now, this index will highly error pass. Now, we are first looking at the historical data. We reference it. We reference it with what might happen tomorrow. During the 2013 shutdown, it took 16 days. The shutdown lasted for 16 days, and we saw gains in the stock exchange, only in this stock index, which means if there was a gain, which means the US economy gained 28 to 19, 2019, that season, it lasted for 35 days. Temulowooza nti oba zineno shutdowns akabeerawo. No. Different presidents have been disobeying the Congress. And they wanted to implement their rules within the White House, and they wanted those rules to take effect even on the Congress side. And yet they are the ones with the fundings. So they said, no way. The 2018 to 2019 lasted for 35 days, and we saw a drop of 90% in December 2018. But it rebounded post-resolution, because the moment these guys sit on the round table and they agree kubibaluma, ne Jerome Powell n'avaayo n'agamba Trump nga batudde wamu n'agamba musajja lekera akamanyiriro, of course Congress egenda resuming a funding a government. Era Congress eveeyo egambe White House, this is the number of workers we want to be paying, and we want your government to pay, either you like it or not, because we are the funders and you are the big boss, or you're the top boss who is supposed to sign. Understand? Remember, I told you, when you get problems, there is always a solution. The government is under shutdown, but there are guys who are silently investing, just waiting for the resolution, and they gain much profits. But again, intraday data, or S&P 500, since the 1st of October, olumu we lwatandika shutdown we yagenda mu effect, yalagamu decline okuva ku open eya 670.45 to 669.458. What does it imply? It showed that there was an uncertainty in the US economy, and that's why this stock index declined. Understand? But just know, we might get liquidity, serious one. But again, there is a lot of uncertainty if you don't follow the S&P 500 data or indicator. Because if we were to follow this pattern, these historical patterns, I think the US economy is not on the safer side. Okay? The US economy is not on the safer side. But remember, and keep it in mind, gold is just shining. Bitcoin, alternatively, it's not confirmed. It isn't confirmed. However much it reflects gold's behavior, real gold, but people won't overtrust Bitcoin when we are in this shutdown. And that's why you saw a decline in it. BTC USD. Let's look at Bitcoin. Thank you. It has been rallying. It has been rallying. When did it experience that dip? A slightly smaller dip. It was on October 1st. Are we together? On October 1st, because of uncertainties. Yalaba. Because these are indicators. These guys use APIs which are highly strong, and they detect every economic event in the world in real time. Understand? So, if we are to be trading Bitcoin tomorrow, I think it's too bullish. It's really bullish. And if we proceed the way I'm seeing, we might break again this like all-time high. It's not even the all-time high by now. We might break this high tomorrow. But let's first switch to a 15 minutes time frame. I'm using a 1 hour chart and 15 minutes time frame for my technical analysis. Pay attention to details, because this analysis might even work for you even before news. Just pay attention to details. Before news, this analysis might work for you. First of all, I'm highly over considering this price level. This is a 1 hour chart, mind you. This is a 1 hour chart, and this is a red line, an okala bar. Understand? Danger zone. Okay? Those ones who utilize these setups of mine, thank God you made some good money. And I think, let me take this opportunity to tell you guys that starting on Monday, we are creating a group whereby we are going to be making 40,000 gigs. That's how much. Those are how many dollars? Then, I think $12 to $13. It will be a must. But to join that group, it's going to be $10 a month. Okay? And we are commencing on Sunday. So, register tomorrow. And tomorrow in the group, I'll be explaining each and everything and how all the preparations are going to be done. All preparations are going to be done. I'm going to be explaining each and everything tomorrow. So let's proceed with our analysis. So I'm looking at a hourly chart and I'm seeing we might get sales at this level before we bounce back. We are going to get sales at this level before we bounce back, because we can't just rally in this manner minus retracing. Okay? So overlook at this level before we come in for trades or light trading tomorrow during the NFP. I have to brief you on what might happen. And that's why I decided to make this analysis. You think I don't have sleeps, or I don't need to go to my family. You know, get the work. Understand? Now this is gold. This is gold. And those ones who bought at this level, thank God. From my previous analysis, my previous live stream, I think I gave you the signal. However much it didn't deliver a lot, but at least it tried. Understand? And if that's so, this level can't stop our market from rallying this price level, because some other people might think that it's going to retrace at this level. No. This isn't a very strong level which might stop our market from retracing. Mind you, I always look at simple things, but really technically important and deep. Without a proper understanding of utilizing all multi-layering these tools, you won't get anything from the markets if you're following my strategy. Because you might think that the guy is just drawing lines, but I'm using other things. Understand? So gold is breaking highs, and what? But however much gold is breaking highs, this level was already utilized. First of all, this level was already utilized. Okay? That level was already utilized, but And if I'm to be looking for a serious level to push gold lower, it's again still this level, because this level, it doesn't have those guts to push my levels, my market below. Now I'm switching to a 5 minutes time frame. I see a short trade for those ones who are going to be trading tonight, such that you can at least get some profits before it's morning. Okay? Before it's morning. Now it turns around to be like, this level did something unusual, this price level did something unusual, and I can consider this level. Now you see the advantage of multi-layering time frames. I can say we can spot sales at this level, sell. But again, if we fail to hold, then just know, just wait for that price level either to respect or to be liquidated. Either. Then what next? You'll just do what? Execute your buys or sells. But for now, fast wait, because if you're to be waiting for buys and the moment it retraces, it comes back, enter for buys in this region. Enter for buys within that area, because gold tally all that bearish. Are we together? Gold isn't all that bearish. So just enter for buys at this price level. Thank me later in the morning after making your losses or your profits. Either way. Let's look at a USD card. This is USD card, and USD card. USD card. Now this is USD card. This is a very good level, and if you're to see, level, there is a reason as why I'm choosing it, but unfortunately they might not trigger it. But again, that's why I'm waiting my market, because I'm not always chasing the market. I'm waiting for the market to reach my level, because if you have been trading with me live, you see I don't always wait for the market. Like, I always wait for the market to reach my level, not me yearning to chase the market. No. Let's wait for it to trigger this level. We shoot high. This is USD card. This is USD card. And alternatively, the moment we break this level, let's aim for sales. Up to which level? My target is within this area. This is my area of interest. Let me show you. Where? But again, this is a double-sided sword. This level, it's a double-sided sword. Either buys or sell. It's all about you looking for the confirmations within this area. Members, by the way, know how to execute markets and know how to execute trades based on price action. But again, avoid the false flags, because price action is full of false flags. The reason as to why we always lose money, we enter trades on false flags. Manipulated what? Manipulated flags. There is a system we are building, and it's gonna be showing whereby you can just attach it to your trades or to your chart. It shows that this is under manipulation, whether that session or that hour is under manipulation or not. Yes, it's gonna be a very good package for those ones who will afford it. Now let's look at a Euro USD. These are the pairs which I'm looking at for serious buys tomorrow. And if they don't misbehave, I think you can see this was my signal previously. This was a selling area, and I think it's trying to sell, just that it's all that heavy. It isn't heavy. And if I'm to see gold, Euro USD, the only structure I have which is valid is showing sells. Unless when we are to break above this level, and we do what? Let me go back to a 1 hour time frame. I first see this is a 1 hour chart, and this is how things are being printed. This is the way how things are being what? This is the way how things are being printed. And there is a lot of liquidity to these lower levels. There's a lot of liquidity to these lower levels. So we have to just be optimistic, not even being optimistic, but we have to just trust in ourselves that sales are going to do what? Zigenda soma. Sichecho. GBP correlates with Euro USD. Are we together? USD JPY. USD JPY. Now this is USD JPY. The Japanese economy might grow stronger tomorrow, and this might force the US economy to USD JPY to sell steadily, to sell seriously. Understand? Cheers to those ones who took this trade. I told you we are selling up to this level, and I think we went past that level. We shot higher. Forex by the Forex market season was Yega, was Galilam. So I got a very serious disappointment on USDJPY in Balopera. Waneno akatale kakola byako, kakola byekagala, it didn't even respect anything. Understand? But again, I don't read this data because on data nyambako, like to revise myself in my free time. Review myself during my free time. So I think you can say the reason as to why I can testify some money and some money. That's why I'm validating this level to be a selling level. Okay? Because the whole system runs on money. Remember, and mind you guys, tewaberanga yakulimba. Muzimanyi, like, you should follow what indicators. These guys are just looking for money in the markets. These brokers, most especially those big books. A broker might come out and say it's a book, yet in actual sense they are big books. I saw a certain friend of mine who's working for a certain brokerage company. Posted on his status and said, "We are a book." I said, "Wow." Nalabye ng'alimba naye nensirika samwakanyiza omanye abakulu obukulu kibi, obukulu owakanya omukulu oba omunyoomye. Understand? So the whole goal is to make money from we, not them giving us money. So we have to just see all possible ways on how we can do it, now we can make money. And the automation is like automation. AI is like AI. Understand? That's my signal. If you can enter for sales, enter USDJPY. Don't hesitate. NZD, USD. Let me see my new bot, which is under testing, what it has told me on NZD. NZD USD, guess what? NZD USD, the thing has entered the sell position. The thing has entered the sell position. On a 1 hour chart, on a 1 hour chart. And if you're to see, I think this was my previous analysis on NZD USD, and I told you that the market might end there and it might buy from me, and I think it did so. Those ones were on last time, it did so. But if you look at this market on a 1 hour time frame, it's really, and I'm expecting a very strong candle, lower to the lower side, to the downside. Then we do what? We should higher. CL, what do you mean, my brother? Niche dictionary. Ogambotia. You mean USD JPY can sell and Euro USD? Oh, USD JPY is in sales. USD JPY. I'm looking at sales. USD JPY. I'm looking at sales because there is nothing. CL, what do you mean? Euro USD, Euro USD, Euro USD. This is Euro USD. During tomorrow, Euro USD, I'm looking at buys. when we are trading our Friday, I'm looking at buys. And that thing correlates with GBPUSD. This is its sell level, but again, there are limits. There are limits. Let's look at US oil. You said even Euro USD will also sell. Tomorrow, I'm looking at buys because USD is weak. USD is weak. I take the initial dictionary. I think, my brother, you can see how your market is performing. Market actually, honestly, tetegerekeka. Nisho kitegedde. Let's look at the DXY in relation to the basket of 6. Okay, in conjunction with that, if it's weakening, the other strengthens. So Euro USD, USDJPY, actually USDJPY will sell because the Japanese economy will just grow stronger and the US economy will be dormant at a standstill. So I don't expect any positive result from it. My brother, I think you can see your thing is really structureless. It's really structureless. But if you're good at trading highs and lows, you can estimate. You can estimate. But I think this candle might deliver something, might push higher before they change its course. Nasdaq. Nasdaq. This is Nasdaq. Sorry. Ndowooza mulaba reflections mu kaneno ka screen ka kamera kange. HDMI cable ezanyazanya mu monitor. Perfect one. This was a perfect one. The perfect one. SD card. SD card. This is card. Let's look at these levels. Let's look at these levels. Unless when cards weakens, this is how card is performing. It's just weakening. If it continues lower tomorrow, then we are considering buys. Because remember, USD tegenda tekawo nnyo effect y'amaanyi nnyo ky'olina omumanya. Naye ng'egenda kukkiriramu katono naye nga tegenda tekawo effect y'amaanyi nnyo. But sorry bro. Network gwesumbuwa. USD tegenda kuteekawo effect y'amaanyi nnyo unless ng'ecreatinze what we call ng'ecreatinze chaos. Omanyi those US guys tebaagala kafiiramu. At least babayita ffenna tubifiirwa. Understand? Ffenna tukola ki? Tubifiirwa. So bayinza okuteekawo ekyo ebya ffenna tubifiirwa olaba nti tewali mulamwa gwonna. So that's it. Ekibuuzo ekirala nkyakiriza mu comment section. Okay. I think let's meet tomorrow during NFP. Otherwise, be braced. In case of any update, when we are going to trade these economic events, all these major news, I'm always active. Nga nkeberako mu forums ez'enjawulo ezitalina kuneno ku surface web nga ndabako data ayinza okulikinga ku dark web, so mbaako. So kati I think which guys yeah, those Americans tebaggwaayo. So ngenda kuba nkeberako ndabeko because those guys, remember, more federal agents, remember, balikinga information always leaks. Naye tabeera ku surface web yaffe. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing my best to look for what's really necessary. And lastly, tugenda kukola forum ey'abakagujje. Now, whether you like it or not, fund your accounts by the way this weekend. Fund your accounts, get $10, join the group, especially by Monday. We are starting to harvest the market because remember, guys, obudde bugenze ennaku ziweddeyo, the year is still coming, is soon coming to an end. Naye tusobola okuutilizing even if it's 1 month ne guchanginga stories zaffe ez'emyaka ezigya emyezi gye tubaddemu egy'ebizibu emabega. And that's why nange nasazeewo, let's do it. Let's do it. Be blessed. Linking Angel.